Well, Grenada, Caracopiti, Martinique, and the rest of the world, I'd like to officially welcome you to another Mikey Live program. My name is Mikey Hutchinson, and I come to you live from the Spice Isle of the Caribbean, Grenada. And the pleasure is mine to be back with you for another day. Folks, we have so many things to tell you about. This is where it all happens. We're talking about news discussed, not told. We do not have a horse in the race, so we try to be as balanced, as neutral, as objective as possible. You know, but I always say for some, objective will be subjective. All right. So anyway, let's go. We have a real thing to tell all you about people. You understand? Why ain't keeping it too long on the program as usual? You know what I mean? We're eating up all the data tonight. I don't know how the people are doing in the US, but I wish you all the best. I know that you've been dealing with a lot of snow. Yeah, people covered, cars are covered and like a thing like that, having to dig out snow and thing like that. No. Yeah, I feel all your pain, boy. But anyway, that's small thing. I'll go get over it. All your custom. You know what I mean? But all the best to you on a serious note, all right? Now, let us take a look at the headlines and see what's happening there. In the headlines, Grenada launches climate resilient agriculture project. We're going to tell you about that. Let's Avocat water system to be valve regulated. We'll tell you what that means and who's likely, in fact, not who's likely, but who will be affected. Grenada government provides assistance to families in need, or they are to provide assistance to families in need. We'll give you details on that in a moment. And low-income houses almost ready. You may be qualified. We'll tell you more about that in a moment. And rapper Silento arrested and charged with murdering his cousin. More on that. RBTT closed due to what they say Sickout by staff. 2 women, 1 man. The love triangle in St. Lucia. We'll tell you about that. And prison inmates in St. Lucia as well. They went on Facebook, boy. Facebook live and thing now. I ain't making it up. Inmates and them complaining about conditions within the prison system. That and more we have for you when we return on tonight's Mikey Live program. We gotta let you know the headlines is brought to you through the kind compliments of the Communal Cooperative Credit Union, Real Value IGA Supermarket, Licks Laundry Detergent, the Housing Authority of Grenada, Digicel, Nawasa, Courts Grenada Limited, the Ministry of Health. Thank you guys for sponsoring our headlines. We thank you and we appreciate that. All right. So folks, when we come back, it could be real news in Olelili Lolo. And for those of you who have not yet share the program, just know we're going to start to charge people who don't share the business. So you better go ahead and share the business. We'll be back.
At Communal, we are adapting to meet the changing needs of our shareholders and members. Times are changing, and with the changing times comes a whole new way to do business. Our parents may have done their banking a different way. Communal's state-of-the-art online banking and international debit card allows members to do business with great ease. It's like literally having a branch in your very own hands. Need a loan? Apply online from the comfort of your own home anywhere in the world, and your request will be dealt with remotely. Want to transfer between your accounts or another shareholder? No wait time for transactions to update. Voila! Who needs receipts when you can receive them via e-statements on your mobile device and save the environment? Not a Communal member? You can join our family today by applying online. At Communal, we see you working hard to ensure that you save, invest, and grow. Communal, join us today. This will be the best financial decision you have ever made. My name is Hollis Mr. Killer Map, and I endorse this message.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
If your whites aren't looking whiter and brighter,
just give them licks.
If your clothes isn't feeling soft and smelling fresh and scented all day,
give them licks.
If your dishwashing liquid doesn't smell like lemon, protects your hands with vitamin E, and gets rid of that stubborn grease,
Just give them licks.
just now. So that old smell, stain, grease mark, and dust still on your floor?
Power. Licks for them.
If your toilet still has those stains and dirt marks?
Licks.
So the color's fading and the stains still in your clothes, huh?
Licks.
Your product's giving you licks?
Then choose Licks from Walker Enterprises. Also available at all leading supermarkets.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen at the best price. We offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit or call us today for 14-3114-232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Are you prepared for the hurricane season? Do you have a plan? Remember, water is essential in any emergency plan. Determine your family's water needs. Ensure your storage containers are food grade and store at minimum 35 gallons of water per person per day for at least 1 week. Understand that your planning may be different this year because of the need to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Take the necessary actions to ensure that your household has an adequate stored water supply should there be an interruption. Be prepared. NAWASA, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Yes, I wonder who needs or committed to meeting you, so the person on the program right now. Are you committed to meeting somebody's needs? And are you meeting it? Good night to you and welcome once more to another Mikey Live program. All you. Now the first thing that we have to tell about problems, people of the RBTT bank, some of the customers, boy, they left somewhat stranded and unable to access their monies as the teller machine and staff remains unavailable to provide assistance to that need. Yeah, boy, according to one source, the bank's workers seem to be on some sort of Sickout. You understand? A form of protest. You all know that we've heard from the trade union that they were in negotiation with their employer, since the company has been is about to change hands and so on, and what would happen to workers and workers' benefit. the long and short is that the company is trying not to honor commitments owed to workers. You understand? So, according to one trade unionist, they are trying all sorts of tricks in arriving at that outcome. You understand? So the workers is saying, nothing no go so. All right, we're fighting back. And probably that's one of their ways of fighting. You just never know, you know. Maybe it's a coincidence that all the staff members are sick. Maybe they ate something, maybe they had like a session, a pre-independence breakfast or lunch, and, you know, they get like a bad belly. You know what I mean? So we can't judge them, you know. Everybody entitled to that. You know what I mean? Drink some bitters. If you know your belly running, just drink a little bitters and, you know, put much bitters, like a bitters and thing, you know, make a little lemon, bitters, you know, organize yourself. You know what I mean? You should be fine. Alright? Get well soon. I think we all look cry, all laughing. Anyway. Oh yeah. Oh God, the next thing I have to tell you about, boy, the United Nations Development Program, in collaboration with the government of Grenada, they are embarking on a project to promote climate resilience in the agriculture sector. Now, the climate resilient agriculture for integrated landscape management project is funded by the Global Environment Facility, the GEF. Now, the country's biodiversity is facing increasing pressure from unsafe agricultural practices, expanding human settlements, and climate change, resulting in habitat loss for key species and fragmentations. Over exploitations of biological resources and population. Now, the project, which was successfully launched, they say, in December of 2020, seeks to curb this biodiversity loss and land degradation, which has affected approximately 50% of land resources in Grenada. We have posted a nice article on this on our page, of course. You know, you can check it out, mikeylive.com. You know, we really no Bible here tonight. Yeah, son, so go check it out and things like that, and then I'll look at organize. But I think it's a really good initiative, you know what I mean? We're moving on. Are we looking for time? Earlier, the National Water and the Sewage Authority, NAWASA, wishes to advise persons that effective today, Tuesday, February 2nd, 2021, it will commence valve regulations at the Les Avocat water system. And they say that is due to distribution challenges as a result of the persistent dry season facing Grenada and the rest of the region. Now, they say that daily, NAWASA monitors all systems and their capacity to meet demands, and notes an increasing shortfall in production at the Les Avocat water system. The company's ability to provide a 24-hour supply to serving communities is further hindered as a result. Now, the valve regulation schedule comes into effect from 9 p.m. to... No! It comes into effect. You understand? And will remain unless otherwise advised by NAWASA. Now, water supply will be interrupted daily from 9 p.m. and will return at 6 a.m. So, in other words, when you see Mikey Live start, your water going off. when the water go off, Mikey Live come on, and will return at 6 a.m. this year, right? In the following communities in the parish of St. George, right? So, Cobotong, Mount Airy, Mondelez, find that song like me area. Hey, take all the time with me, though. You know what I mean? But man have to take a fresh, and man's must made. You know what I mean? But the good thing is you could buy a water tank and organize a business. You know what I mean? Just like, you have other things in your house that you need. A water tank is important. But man's must take a fresh. You know what I mean? Before going on the road. So, Mondelez, St. Paul's, Mount Parnassus, the Bocas, Parade, Creighton, Laborie, and surrounding communities. 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. I mean, small man, check and see if you have water there. You know what I mean? I'm not serious. Anyway, the dry season, and with the continued threat of the COVID-19, which requires increased use of water for personal hygiene, such as hand washing, NAWASA strongly encourages persons to conserve and limit non-essential uses, such as for power washing of paved surfaces, such like your roads and sidewalks, driveways, garages, etc. Avoid doing those things right now. Washing down of your vehicle with hose, avoid doing that. Irrigation of lawns and gardens, avoid doing that. Now, NAWASA remains committed, they say, to maintaining a safe and adequate water supply, but customers are encouraged to adopt a proactive approach to water management this dry season. Individuals, you are reminded of your personal responsibility to ensure that you collect and store a minimum of 35 gallons of water per person per day for a 3-day period, taking into consideration the needs of your household and pet. Now, while there is no immediate concern that the region will face any severe drought up to the end of the first quarter of this year, the Barbados-based Caribbean Institute of Meteorology and Hydrology, CIMH, says concerns exist over long-term drought that can impact large rivers, reservoirs, and groundwater by the end of May of 2021. Now, the January 2021 issue of the Caribbean Drought Bulletin noted that areas that ended up in long-term drought by the end of November 2020, as did Grenada, may experience significantly reduced water levels in large reservoirs, large rivers, and groundwater, along with dry season, meaning that severe water scarcity, my bad, is a real possibility. Now, the current projections for the remainder of the dry season will certainly bring additional stress for all water systems, and others may be added to the list as necessary. So, a long story short, because I know that was quite a mouthful, the areas that I mentioned earlier will experience water outage from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. All right, daily until otherwise told by NAWASA. So in the nighttime, the water is likely to go in our own terms. That's how we do say it, right? Water will go 9 o'clock and come back at 6 for the areas only that I've mentioned. However, NAWASA is saying, given into account what the forecasters are seeing, we can expect more areas to be added to the regulation list. All right, I hope that was clear enough. Remember that NAWASA only manages water resources. They don't make water, well, at least not yet. You know, so when I'm talking, things don't come down too hard on them. And they can only manage as much, given that the resources that they have, just like you as families who are not able to afford a tank or do certain things. Similarly, the entity, they have been trying their best to increase storage and so on. And I know there's a big project on the way. We'll be telling you more about that tomorrow, God's willing. All right. Anyway, we're moving on. Now, the government of Grenada say that they are about to provide assistance to families who are in need, particularly those who have lost their jobs owing to the COVID-19.
There's so much hurt, there's so much pain, and there's so much suffering. And so as a ministry, we are committed to continue working along in assisting families. And as I speak of assisting families, very soon we will be seeing the launch of a program that will provide some form of assistance, financial assistance, to those families who have lost their jobs because of COVID-19, single-headed household where no person in the family is working. We will be launching a program to assist them, and I cannot say how much money is because we're at a period when government is collecting less revenue. So all our programs within the ministry is done in a phased approach, and so we will be doing what it takes, working along with the Ministry of Finance to provide assistance. And so that program will more details in terms of its launching will come in short order. But as a government, we are trying to balance with the revenue that we are collecting, continue to pay our workers, continue to meet our commitment, but also to assist, which is a social responsibility of government, to assist those who are unable to assist themselves.
Thank you very much, Honorable Delma Thomas. Now, at today's post-cabinet briefing, she also spoke of the low-income houses. According to the minister, these houses are almost ready to be occupied, and certain persons will qualify for housing assistance.
We at a phase as it relates to the Chinese low-income houses. Completion phases of 3 sites is well on its way. We have St. Patrick's there, we have St. Mark, and we have Carrico. At present, a team from the ministry is now in Carrico with the Chinese looking at finalization of work there. They are finalizing water connection and electrical connection. In the next couple of weeks, those 3 sites will be available. St. Mark, St. Patrick, and Carrico will be completed. In April, we'll see the completion of St. David, and Boucheju in St. George will be completed by July. There will be a ceremony. The biggest one we'll have it at the Prime Minister's constituency in Boucheju. However, some of the other sites we have not yet finalized in terms of ceremonies because at present of the whole restriction because of...
Yes, all right, the COVID stuff and stuff like that. Thank you very much, Minister. All right, now the Grenada Met Office is advising that for the next 2 days, the quality and visibility of the air will be affected as a plume of moderate haze is expected to move across Grenada. As a result, persons with respiratory disorders should take precautionary measures. Also, as the frontal system... What's going on with Mikey, what's going on with the machine? Yeah, how can I think that's popping up? I'm just gonna see a lady just jump in for me there. John, no! Yeah, boy, what? Anyway, let me leave that talk. Also, as the frontal system, which is located to the north of the Caribbean islands, continue to affect the seas, a marine advisory remains in effect. People, imagine it. Listen, I'll make a heart attack there. You know, why reading the script and thing, and I mean, the script nice and the skin. I just see a woman jump out and thing. I say, yeah, today's my birthday. You know what I mean? Only me, boy. Okay, so listen to this, right? We're going back to the business. The United Kingdom will offer its world-leading genomics expertise, and that is to help identify new variants of the virus, the COVID-19 virus, that cause COVID-19 in countries in the Caribbean and around the world. So they're saying that they are going to provide some sort of assistance with these countries in identifying the variant. In fact, we also are hearing that the variant that comes from the UK has mutated, like Ninja Toko. Jano! It's like some people, you understand? You know, you have some people how they more twist more than mine, you know. Today you hear they saying one thing, tomorrow they say the other, and then the next day they say the other. You don't know where they stand, you know. Their position is always the last position that they hear. They have a mind on their own. They can think for themselves, you know. You just have to say something on the street, and they're going to repeat that as facts. And then when they walk down the road, they hear somebody else talk about the same thing, they're going to repeat that version as facts. And then they walk down again, and somebody else talking about the same thing in another, and they're going to talk about that too as facts. That's how the UK variant moving. Every 2 weeks, it seems to be mutating, taking on a different persona. You understand? People, watch out for them kind of people in our life. They come into all and tell what other people say. But here, when you hear you turn it back, you know you don't hear that a lot, but that's a fact. If they have the time and energy to listen to somebody talk about you, trust me, they have the time and energy to talk about you with somebody else. I ain't making it up. You understand? Just understand that. They don't mean bad, you know, but it is within them. It's just like human nature. You see how we read? Inhale, exhale, that's man's nature. Man just like to talk about other people. Because somewhere along the line, it makes them feel good about themselves. You understand? So they are feeding themselves with that kind of negative energies and negative vibe about other people. because it makes them feel good. So you on the receiving end of the gossip, only see it as that, just gossip. Don't want to repeat what somebody else tell you about somebody else. And then start to, tarnish people's name for no good reason. You understand? Anyway, how we reach there? There we go. Next story, Lily Lolo now. Silento boy, 23-year-old rapper. He's very known for that song. Silento, oh, watch me whip. Watch me nene. Watch me whip. Yo, Silento was arrested on one count of murder on Monday, according to reports. Ricky Hawk is his name. Now he's accused of fatally shooting his 34-year-old cousin last month. Well, they do up the investigation and thing, you know what I mean? And yeah, Jano. So that's what's going on with him. Anyway, lady that talk there. Oh yeah. Have you ever been in love? Have you ever been in love with two persons at the same time? Do you think it's even possible? Well, hold on. Watch mass.
Most people dream of finding the one and forming a committed relationship with that one person for life. However, a form of ethical non-monogamy that has garnered significant attention in recent times is polyamory. Miss Luan, Lian, and Natuki, they have told NBC Prime that they were simply made for each other. The three started off their relationship following a hostage situation in Venezuela.
I started seeing her first. Then after I started seeing her, and then I lost her because I got myself into something where, I sent her to do something for me through the influence of some other people. She took a trip to Venezuela, and on that trip, when she arrived on the destination, unknown to us that it was a whole bad situation. She got kidnapped by Venezuelans, and she was placed under ransom.
However, Natoki said at that time he was in love with them both. He said he received threats from the abductors and voice notes from his mistress, who was at the time in distress. He said both him and his other girlfriend had no money of their own, and as a result, he made his choice. He said he surrendered himself to the kidnappers in Venezuela in return for her freedom. However, he explains that the kidnappers were not satisfied and allowed one of them to leave. The woman surrendered herself into the hands of the kidnappers.
I came back to St. Lucia and left her and lost her again. I looked everywhere for the money until I got that money. When I got the money and I sent it for the people to get her release, I had to send it on a boat. The money got lost. The goods got lost. And she was stuck again, and I'm back down here. But it pushed me to a point where I would say I'm not going to expose it where old habits die hard. I had to do what I had to do to get that money, and I paid for her freedom.
She returned safely days after. 3 years have passed and the three remained together, engaged in an intimate relationship. However, with news of their relationship now public, the seemingly unusual relationship has caused quite a stir.
I want to make it clear that they are not intimately in love with each other. They are not intimately in love with each other. They are in love with each other like as sisters. They don't make love or anything like that to each other. They both are in love with me. You understand me? They are in love with each other because of the love they realize each other have for me.
So how do the two women feel about being in the relationship?
Excitement, they have fun moments. It's extraordinary. Like, how would I put it? It's just a emotion I could really explain, like a connection we have.
I would say it's a relationship where you feel your emotions 10 times more. It's a relationship that requires your whole self. You need to be committed. But all in all, it's very exciting. It's a different experience.
Be that as it may, religious denominations have denounced the relationship. According to 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 1 to 3, now for the matters you wrote about, it is good for a man not to have sexual relations with a woman. 2. But since sexual immorality is occurring, each man should have sexual relations with his own wife, and each woman with her own husband. Seventh-day Adventist Church Family and Life Director Dr. Caius Alfred believes that one man should be committed to one woman for life.
It creates a lot of harm when you have multiple partners. It's a lot of harm that creates the jealousy and many other factors that arise as a result of that kind of living relationship or living condition. It affects stability. It affects how people view life, view commitment.
Soufriere Roman Catholic parish priest Father Ignatius Etut has echoed his sentiments, asserting polyamorous relationships are not right in the sight of God.
It's a form of denial, a denial of self, a denial of the dignity, the privacy of the human person. To know that someone is sharing another spouse with you, and you are saying on the surface that it is okay, it means that you have pushed your denial, your pain, and your hurt, and your lack of privacy and your dignity. You have pushed all of that into the subconscious, and one day that subconscious will come and haunt you.
When it comes to the laws of St. Lucia, Section 178 of the Criminal Code of St. Lucia defines bigamy as a person who, knowing that a marriage subsists between him or her and another person, goes through a ceremony of marriage with some other person. According to the law, any person found guilty of bigamy can face up to 7 years behind bars. The prospect of the time behind bars has not faced Natuki or his spouses. He plans on having children at the same time with them after he marries, both in the near future. The two women said that they have received blessings from their families. The three adults have been residing under one roof for the past 3 years. Cecil Actil, MBC Prime.
We the line there. We the line there. We the line there. We the line there.
What on there?
We the line there. It's massacre. What's everything?
Oh God! Weak. So hold on, father. At first, I didn't like it, my boy flex, eh? You know, your boy feeling that your boy telling this story, boy, lose me, eh? You lose me. When they say they're not in love with each other like that, you know, they're not into any, you know what I mean? Partner, you're soft. Partner, you're soft with porridge. So me, go be in love with two women and have two of them sleeping, you know what I mean? Partner, you're soft. I'm the he, boy. Yeah, people so still? No, sir. Now, first I'm giving you some points where you lose me, you're weak. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's leave that talk. But all you, is it only me that realize, but them two girls look alike, you know? Me blaming he, you know? Me blaming he? It's a confirmation of the burn because them two girls look alike. And if they have similar personalities, well, worse yet. And it seems like they do, because for you to, you know what I mean, who assembles resembles, literally in that case. You know what I mean? So maybe that was going on there. You do realize that there are some people, some men who are in relationship with people that look like their family, like their sister, and vice versa. You understand? Because of that kind of connection. You know, that love. You know? So I don't know. Them two women look alike. But I mean, blaming one bit, tell the church, go to church. You know what I mean? They had their opinion on the man business. Leave the man alone. You know what I mean? Anyway, let that talk. You know? Anyway, so imagine weed go get legal before a man could decide how he wants to. You know what I mean? I think that one nothing to do with the law. That's not the law business. If a man and a woman, if consenting adults believe that they are capable of managing a three-way relationship, what does that have to do with the law? So you tell me weed go come and be legal before you give man the right to choose? What the jail? It's not all your business. Even where certain paraphernalia is concerned, you know, the adult type, what I have to do with the law? The law still speaks to that as I understand it. What I have to do with all of it? If a woman decides, you know what I mean? If a woman decides she would prefer to go to battery, what I have to do with the law to regulate that kind of thing is not all of it. What a woman, an adult decides to do in that regard, it had nothing to do with all you. So take it out in the law books. That what tell us, don't vote. Listen, if all you decide all making a mistake one day, when I get big and thing, and all want to play all voting me and thing, listen, it's massive. I playing in them thing and them don't have no right in law. It's not all the business. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's leave that talk. Yeah, son. Yeah. Anyway, let's leave that talk there. I wanted to tell all about the prison situation, but it's not that important nothing that important, meaning it's not time sensitive, so I'll be able, it's important, sorry, so let me take that back. It's not as time sensitive, so we'll tell you about that tomorrow because we're running out of time, all right? Where inmates have taken to Facebook in St. Lucia talking about their conditions within the prison. All right, so folks, we're going to talk about that tomorrow because we're running out of time. Let's just take a quick break and come back. But that man, they win. But now you're winning on all the old talk. You win already. We are coming back.
At Communal, we are adapting to meet the changing needs of our shareholders and members. Times are changing, and with the changing times comes a whole new way to do business. Our parents may have done their banking a different way. Communal's state-of-the-art online banking and international debit card allows members to do business with great ease. It's like literally having a branch in your very own hands. Need a loan? Apply online from the comfort of your own home anywhere in the world, and your request will be dealt with remotely. Want to transfer between your accounts or another shareholder? No wait time for transactions to update. Voila! Who needs receipts when you can receive them via e-statements on your mobile device and save the environment? Not a communal member? You can join our family today by applying online. At Communal, we see you working hard to ensure that you save, invest, and grow. Communal, join us today. This will be the best financial decision you have ever made. My name is Hollis Mr. Killer Map, and I endorse this message.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way. supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex or give them a call 440-1015 or 440-1016 or check out their website hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen at the best price. We offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit or call us today for 14-3114-232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Feel good facts.
Avoid the most common causes of spreading the flu. Cover your coughs and sneezes with a tissue, dispose of it straight away, and either wash your hands or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer.
Are you prepared for the hurricane season? Do you have a plan? Remember, water is essential in any emergency plan. Determine your family's water needs. Ensure your storage containers are food grade and store at minimum 35 gallons of water per person per day for at least 1 week. Understand that your planning may be different this year because of the need to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Take the necessary actions to ensure that your household has an adequate stored water supply should there be an interruption. Be prepared. NOWASA, committed to meeting customers' needs.
It's showtime at Quartz. Shop today and save up to 30% off on selected Whirlpool cooker. Plus, get a chance to win amazing weekly prizes with purchases of $299 and over. So don't delay. Get what you need now and pay absolutely nothing until 2021.
Showtime, we got it. Just what you need, yeah, Quartz got it.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Anywhere, at any time, and have it delivered to you right here in Grenada at yogo.gd.
Government to provide financial support to single-headed families affected by COVID-19. We'll have details to this story and more in the National Report. With the details to the news for Tuesday, February 2nd, 2021, I am Rikisha St. Louis. Government, through the Ministry of Social Development, will soon launch a financial support program to assist the families where the breadwinner is unemployed as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. The program will target single-headed households. This is in line with government's continued investment in the overall well-being of Grenadians as they cope with challenges brought about by the global pandemic. Minister for Social Services and Community Development, Honorable Delma Thomas, said government must find the delicate balance between honoring its financial obligations and meeting the additional social and financial needs of the population. She was speaking during the government's weekly post-cabinet press briefing on Tuesday.
Very soon, we will be seeing the launch of a program that will provide some form of assistance, financial assistance, to those families who have lost their jobs because of COVID-19, single-headed household when no person in the family is working. We will be launching a program to assist them, and I cannot say how much money is because we're at a period when government is collecting less revenue. So all our programs within the ministry is done in a phased approach, and so we will be doing what it takes, working along with the Ministry of Finance to provide assistance.
Minister Thomas stressed the importance of government's intervention for families during these times and commended the ministry's team for the tremendous efforts being made to provide support to families.
They are hurting outside there. A number of families are losing their jobs because of the pandemic and because of where they worked, and so as a ministry, we not only have to provide psychosocial support, but we also have to look at alternative avenues to assist families so that they can survive in this period, they can take care of their children, and they can do the necessary things for survival in this period. This is no easy period. It's a challenging period. There's, as I said in the start, there's so much hurt, there's so much pain, and there's so much suffering. And so as a ministry, we are committed to continue working along in assisting families.
The Cabinet has given the approval for the launch and commencement of the HYPE mentorship program, which will be implemented by the Ministry of Social Services. HYPE is a diversion and rehabilitative program that will provide alternative adult support and guidance to children in conflict with the law. The National Mentoring Program forms part of the Phase 2 of the Ministry's Juvenile Justice Reform Project. Acting Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Chrissy Worm-Charles, explained that the program was born through the need to establish an effective system of diversion for young people in conflict with the law, youth at risk, family members, and community members.
On May 28, 2019, entered into a Memorandum of Understanding between OECS and USAID for the purpose of achieving the outcomes of the Juvenile Justice Reform Project, Phase 2. One of the key objectives of this project is to establish an effective system of diversion which serves the needs of children in conflict with the law. The project goal is the successful rehabilitation and reintegration of youth in conflict with the law. So, the National HYPE Mentoring Program is intended to create a strong and meaningful connection that can positively influence youth development and facilitate their transition to adulthood. The program will assist youths to harness confidence, innate abilities, and support the drive to fulfill the potential.
It will focus on developing the beneficiaries' personal problem-solving skills, advocacy, and communication skills, among others.
The expected benefits of the National HYPE Mentoring Program are as follows. We do have protective factors, which is to enhance personal skills, person's social competence, self-advocacy, problem-solving, some of the issues and challenges faced by our young persons. Positive functioning. pro-social behavior, example, community service and so on, academic grades, attendance and test scores, so that we would want to see improvement in children's abilities, not just only on a personal level, but also scholastically as well. And to reduce adaptive difficulties, substance use and misuse. Sadly, a large proportion of our young persons are in conflict with the law because of substance abuse. So this program, in essence, would be able to tackle some of those issues experienced by our young persons.
Minister for Social Development Honorable Delma Thomas made an appeal for more Grenadians to get on board to mentor young people and to give them an opportunity to have a bright future.
There is still room for more persons who are willing to come on board to be a part of this mentorship program. There are so many young people crying out for help. I applaud those mentors who are on board, but I look forward that our social and corporate Grenada will join us in providing additional mentorship for those vulnerable and at-risk young people who are searching for our attention.
The Grenada Electricity Company, GRENLEC, has provided definitive commitment to interconnect the solar photovoltaic hybrid battery storage plant in Limle to the Carriacou grid following the recent repurchase of GRENLEC shares by the government of Grenada. The plant will have a production capacity of 600 kilowatt and a storage capacity of 300 kilowatt that can be increased based on the tender prices received. When it begins operation, it is also expected to result in savings of 60% in diesel fuel imported into Carriacou for electricity generation, significantly reduce the related carbon dioxide emissions, and increase climate resilience. Currently, the operations in Carriacou are subsidized by mainland Grenada. This project will be administered by a cabinet-appointed steering committee comprising representatives from the Ministry of Energy, the Ministry of Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs, Grenada Electricity Services Limited, and other stakeholder representatives. In 2018, a grant of US $3.2 million was announced at the 8th session of the General Assembly of the International Renewable Energy Agency, IRENA, to transition from fossil fuel economies to economies based on renewable energy, which remains a key deliverable in advancing Grenada's energy agenda. The United Arab Emirates Caribbean Renewable Energy Fund is partnering with the government of Grenada to develop a solar photovoltaic hybrid battery storage plant in Limle, Carriacou. This is the National Report. The news will continue after the break.
The National Celebrations Committee invites all Grenadians home and abroad to tune in to the broadcast of the virtual staging of our 47th anniversary of Independence Cultural Extravaganza on Saturday, February 6th and Military Parade on Sunday, February 7th. Live from the National Cricket Stadium on GIS Channel 22, National Celebrations Committee and GIS Facebook pages and YouTube channels. The Cultural Extravaganza begins at 6 p.m. and will showcase the best of Grenada from all parishes under the theme Brighter Out of Darkness. Then on Sunday we return to the National Stadium at 9:30 a.m. for a special Made in Grenada feature and military parade. Happy 47th Grenada, rebuilding together a safer, more resilient nation in these challenging times.
Welcome back. The Ministry of Health has received 5 new vehicles to improve its response to the COVID-19 pandemic that were purchased under the World Bank's Pandemic Emergency Financing Facility Trust Fund. They have now been handed over to the Community Health Nursing Services and Central Medical Stores on Tuesday.
Transportation, as we all know, is key requirement for continuity of our public health response to COVID and also to sustain our healthcare services. Hence the reason the ministry has decided to assign these vehicles to the community health services and the central medical stores. The ministry trusts that these vehicles would enhance the distribution of essential medical supplies and support the daily operation of community health services. The project also allowed us to provide support in form of health promotion or an awareness campaign. It provides diagnostic testing supplies, PPEs, the prevention of transmission supplies for schools and health facilities, and medical equipment and medical furniture.
That was Acting Permanent Secretary with responsibility for Hospital and Community Health Services, Hannah Julian St. Paul. Minister with responsibility for hospital services, Honorable Delma Thomas, spoke to other equipment on island, which also aid in capacity building.
There are increasing demand from our community health people as the government expands surveillance, monitoring, and testing. Despite the many challenges and in spite of sometimes severe resource limitations, our community health team has done well in assisting us in dealing with the whole issue of the COVID-19 pandemic and other health issues that confront us as a nation. These new vehicles here this morning will give our team a greater capacity to interface with the community in an efficient and timely manner. And therefore, we want to thank the World Bank and the OECS project. We also have other equipment that is on island that for the furnishing of the St. John's Medical Facility. We have sanitization and thermometers and other COVID equipment that we gave to the schools and others that will be used at the level of the community and in the hospital.
Health Minister Honorable Nicholas Steele thanked the of Health's team to ensure that the appropriate projects were implemented.
This greatly facilitates the people-to-people contact. These vehicles aren't the solution. These vehicles facilitate those who solve the problems. These vehicles get our day nurses into our communities who have since March been out there on the front lines 24/7, 7 days a week, including Christmas, New Year's, various holidays, as they see it as part of their mandate. So I want to thank all of those, but in particular, I too want to give special recognition to Ms. St. Louis and PS St. Paul.
Finally, in the news, after a 10-year absence from the Independence Calypso competition, Anthony Darius, also known as Young Song, is returning and will sing in position number 1 in the finals on Friday. While he was somewhat hesitant, Young Song says now that the decision is made, he is ready to perform.
I got that message from the committee in December, and I left it alone for 2-3 weeks, and then one night I couldn't sleep too good, and I just decided to go into my phone, and I saw the message again. Something just told me, well, I went back and sleep for a little time. And when Mr. 6, I get up again, I say, boy, something keep haunting me. I said, let me just see, and the melodies just start coming. As they go by, the melodies start coming, and here I am.
Young Song will be followed next on stage by Anthony Etienne, Jermaine Simon, Sean Niles, Teddy Christopher, Alicia Alexis, Edson Francis, Sheldon Douglas, Philandi Jeffrey, and Raphael Johnson. The finalists are expected to construct songs based on this year's independence theme, rebuilding together a safer, more resilient nation in these challenging times. Raphael Crocetta Johnson will be attending the event with an open mind and is looking forward to a successful event.
I always believe that once Calypso is judged properly on the night and so on, anybody could win, right? So with that in mind, I hope that they are not going with preconceived ideas, that this and that person might win, because people rise to the occasion and some fall. So therefore, that's why I have an open mind.
The virtual event will be broadcast at 7 p.m. on GIS Channel 22, the Facebook page, and YouTube channel. That story just ended the national report for today, Tuesday, February 2nd. Let's recap the top story. Government to provide financial assistance to single-headed families affected by COVID-19. On behalf of the entire news and production team, I am Rikisha St. Louis saying thank you for joining us. Until next time.
Thank you very much, Rikisha, and the rest of the news team at the GIS. Now here is your weather for tonight. Partly cloudy and windy with light isolated showers. Tonight's minimum temperature, 22.5 degrees Celsius. By Grenadian standard, that's very cold. Winds easterly to southeasterly at 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas are moderate to rough, waves 7 to 9 feet in open waters. High surf and marine advisory remains in effect. And that's it right there. What else we have for you? Zaka. Let's big up some people right now. Big up. Zaka, Cynthia, Ezran, Natalie, Michelle, Mom, Lintona, Suzette, Caroline, Mishi. We have a couple of Michelles on the program. Thank you for watching. Angel, thank you for watching as well. Khadija, thank you for watching. Karen, thank you for watching. Osric and Vicky and Davisha, Javar and Shireen, Rolander and Angel and Ventress, and who else is with us? Brenda, hi Brenda, and Sherry, Teresa, Angel, Yvonne, Ansha, Richard, and Sandria. So thank you very much, Linton and Mom and Josephine. Thank you for watching, guys. And those of you who see nothing but you're there, hello to you and thank you for watching as well. We're going to touch base again tomorrow, God's willing, same time, same place, right here on Mikey Live. Take care of yourselves, take care of your families until we see you again. It's Cynthia and Samantha. Big up all yourself, all right? And yeah, that's it for now. Take care, Shanda. God bless you. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we say, Ja! No! Big up. We'll see.